Oh, I can do that. Okay. Hey guys, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations. Hey Sabea. Hey Simone. And we are Hey Pro. We're having a live stream today, just hanging out. It is our last weekend with our niece Maddie. So I'm kind of depressed, but like it's been such an amazing summer, but also so that's fine though. But she made me a cup of tea, so I'm having some tea while we hang out here today. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up on the computer if I can to see the comments. I'm also really hoping that the live stream's actually working. So like test. Can y'all hear me okay? Is it horribly pixelated? We shall see. Also, Maddie cut my hair, y'all. She did such a good job. Hey, Kim. Ooh, that's good tea. Okay. Ooh. We're just catching up on comments. Sabea says, I'm feeling good today. Was approved for my transplant. Ooh. So it can happen anytime, which is scary but good. Oh my gosh, Sabea. That's so, like, I hope that this goes as smoothly as possible for you. We're trying to, except for I've got like my lower back hurts so bad. So Randy made me a hot water bottle. Sorry, here in the house where we're professional like grown up people, we call them hot wawa babas. But no, it's just a hot water bottle, and oh, it feels so good on my lower back. Okay, so I didn't clean up my craft station the way I was supposed to, so we're gonna start our Friday live stream with, let's set like a timer or something, and we are both going to, all of y'all and I, if you can, if you are at your craft area, let's just take like 5 minutes and clean up our craft area, because Lord knows I need it. So let me get this flipped around, those noises. Get this stuff! Hey, Kit! Oh, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck around the tripod. Go around like that. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. It's been such a wild summer, y'all. Jean says no cleanup. No, you have to. It's if we get to play with our beads, we have to do a little bit of cleaning. Just like a smidge, though. Like I'm not going crazy here. Oh well, hey Haplos, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you enjoy our videos. Then we got some UV resin, which I'm gonna move it into the other room pile that is acceptable. Like it doesn't gotta be cleaned up perfect. Just doing a little bit of tidying. And I never did set a timer, so somebody let me know when 5 minutes is up. Hey, J-Max. Oh, thank you. Maddie took such good care of me. Okay. This. And I'm gonna set it here off to the side. Ooh, I'm gonna take a
3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Do what, my love?
You had 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Ah! On a time crunch. Okay, so we've got a little bit of wire that needs to go back into the other room. And sometimes having just those like little $1 plastic bins that have like a lid, I get them at like Walmart. They're like plastic shoe boxes or something, I think is what they're called. Those are really great for putting problems in for later. But no, like if I've got like stuff that needs to get put away in the other room, that's where I like to put it, is off into a bin. J Pro says, Randy. J Max says, but I'm cleaning downstairs. Right on. Will you keep doing what you're doing? You're doing good. Y'all, I twisted my freaking ankle again we went to the zoo this past weekend, and I twisted my ankle. The same ankle that I had previously twisted. So like I have done nothing out in the garden, like nothing hardly around the house. Like my hand's still healing okay, and so that's going well. But I made, Maddie and I designed a ring, and this is how it was looking. And so like, and I couldn't find the stone that I thought that I had. So I ended up making it be here, like this. And so it's a fully adjustable ring because we can tighten or loosen these coils here. But I think I should have done it out of a 16 gauge because you can see it's from wearing it, it's getting a little bent and misshapen. So I do think a 16 gauge for the main frame would be better. So, and I also have some other ideas and thoughts about setting it in chainmail and then attaching the design, but just having it be like, I really, it makes me feel fancy, y'all. Give me a sec. My dog's chewing a beef bone and being loud. Come here. Oh no, I got distracted before everything was all cleaned up. Oh yeah, it didn't even occur to me. That is very gothic. Well, thanks you guys. Like, it's been it's been really humbling having a hand injury. Like, and I've been having a little bit of difficulty with thoughts like maybe my best work is behind me. Like, just, you know, which if that's the case, that's fine, but still I don't need to be in that mindset. It's now there's new opportunities for learning and for growth and, you know, blah blah motivational stuff. But and really I need to not be that way about it. But it is really like frustrating to have things that I had kind of trained and worked so hard to get it to where it was easy. Like, you know, a lot of the wire weaves, it had gotten easy because, you know, what you do at work every day would be hard to people who haven't done it all day every day. You know, it's like when we specialize in things, we get good at it and it becomes easy to us. So for something in that position to then from a hand injury where there wasn't even any bruising or like I didn't need to wear a splint or anything, it's just letting it heal. But like since there was no outside like visible injury, it felt like it was all in my head, and I'm just like, that's been the biggest struggle is the internal patience part. Um, Here's a food tray. And so just kind of dealing with that has been a bit of a challenge for me. But this is a perfect opportunity to practice what I've been preaching. Yeah, working on doing the trays differently because I love beading. I love beading trays. It gives me, most of the support is happening here through my knuckles. So, been practicing, been trying. I'm not always perfect, but I'm persistent, so rarely perfect, but oh no, Valerie, I see your message right there. But yeah, so just staying positive through it and then feeling like it's such a, oh, did you? That says I just made a wire spider with that blue bead. Ah! When you gonna get some more pretty beads in for us to order? Well, Jean, I'm thinking we had some in this last shop update. We had some really beautiful matte Howlite beads. Oh, and then we also, I'm gonna take a moment to shameless self-promote. But really, these are Maddie's artwork stickers. But we have, this is the one that we're sending out in our July craft along kits. And then this is, we had some from the June kits as well. And these ones are up on our website. So our kit subscribers, whether it's our $10 booty box, or what, like, they get these stickers and then we release them to the website for sale. Thanks, Kit. This is, oh, well, Maddie and we had like a little henna night and it was a lot of fun. But, I had I hurt my hand it started back in January. I had pulled my grabbers. Like, I was holding too much. It's like picking stuff up like this, but that was too heavy and too large for my hand. So I had pulled the insides of my thumbs. And so I started, carrying stuff weird. Oh, that's really good tea. Maddie made like this cold brew Lipton tea, and y'all, it is delicious. I've been making tea horribly and enjoying it for years, and now it's like I can't go back. I'm gonna have to start doing it the way Maddie does because it tastes so good. But look at these little gingerbread Randy Vaughn stickers that are up sale on the website, or for sale up on the website in our sticker shop. And then Fwoggy. And but yeah, it started back in January. So I started holding things weird and relying more on like gripping this way as opposed to this way. Like if that's, I mean, it's a subtle difference, but then we moved like over 20 stepping stones and loaded and unloaded a whole trailer of logs all in the same day. And so it was, and it was hurting me, but I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then I started working with some clay again in the same day. Because also I was learning, I am learning the guitar, so like this muscle was already sore from practicing that spread between the first finger and pinky, because I have to like super duper do that to be on fret 1 and fret 5. Um, Stephanie says use both hands to pick things up, even though it's a pita. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. I was like, that's a big pita, but 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 yeah, and so I was working with the clay and something popped. And it just hadn't, I mean, and in both of my hands I was having like shooting nervy pain. And then it's now whenever I wire wrap, whenever I grip wire for very long, it's that gripper through the back there. Like you can feel it when I kind of flex. That it's that spot right there specifically. So it's not carpal tunnel, it's just overuse of a new hand muscle. And I've been doing my exercises and my stretches and different things, but it's I'm on the mend. It's just I think coddling my hand is just going to be my new reality, and that's okay. That's part of, aging with grace, and is maintaining. Ooh, right on what you know. Hey Christina. You make a Christmas ornament out of the Randy Vaughn sticker. Oh, that is a good idea, Yvette. Ooh, Stephanie says you should totally take stacks of stickers to DragonCon. Would be a great low dollar quick buy for folks. That's true. Now with some events, like DragonCon in particular, but this may be something that for y'all who are also vending or interested in vending, some events you have to get juried into where it kind of limits the selection that you can bring each year. Like, well, only in the sense though that you have to get it cleared. Like I think right now, let me get my thoughts in order. At DragonCon, if I wanted to get cleared for bringing in stickers, I'd have to like contact the dealer's room head and let them know, because some of the items like swords and dice in particular, off the top of my head, they're like no more, like don't even ask, we're not clearing more people to bring in dice or swords. And so that's something that if you're vending, you may want to look out for. Gotcha. Kit says, hope you heal fast. Speaking of teas, if you've tried stash teas, yes, is my favorite. They have a hibiscus one called Ruby Mist. Ooh, I'll have to try that. Like, because cold teas, I think I'm going to start. I need to drink more water anyways. Tea's water, right? Oh, Witchy Gnome says we're looking at doing a Comic Con in March. I bet y'all would do fantastically in a convention scene. But I'm also, I guess I'm a little biased. I'm of the opinion that y'all would do wonderfully wherever you are. Okay. I'm gonna get a camera moved out. Well, I'm just putting a couple of beads away. I'll just turn the camera so y'all can see like that. There we go. Just gotta earn the application fee. Yeah. Ooh. Fingers crossed for y'all. Oh no, I think I have too many now. Uh-oh. No, we have, this will work. And then, what else do we have? We have these purple beads. And then you've got some more clear. I don't even know where these ones should go. I guess I'll put them in with the clear as well. Then we got some bronze. And some, are you blue or purple? What are you? I'm gonna put you in with blues. Okay. Alrighty. Cleanup is still ongoing. Sabea for 11 months as a channel member. Excited for more. Hey Marianne, how's it going? Oh, Stephanie says if you missed my comment earlier, if you had chickenpox as a kid and have not gotten the shingles vaccine, do it. Ooh. Oh, Stephanie, oh no. Right on, Itzy. Oh, right on. We get that a lot too, especially when we're up in the Kansas City area. They're like, "Oh, y'all should do the Ren Fair." And it tends to always be at events where it's not going that great. So Randy will always kind of look over at me afterwards and be like, "They should buy stuff now." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, the tendons are hurting." Oh, somebody ticking on my like button. Ooh, oh, Yvette, that's such a good idea. About having it be a stuffy. Things are fantastic, love and life. That's awesome, Marianne. Hey, Star. Oh, I'm doing really well. No, we only have Maddie right now. Our other niece went home, but we're gonna see her again in August. Ooh, you know, I do feel like doing that project today. Because I wasn't entirely certain what I wanted to work on. And truth be told, I still don't know. I'm going to put the tiger's eye in with the oranges. Not like the fruit, but like the color of the bead. Ooh, almost had a spill there. So what y'all doing? Are you cleaning up your work surfaces? Got a little bit more wire that needs to go into the other room. There's some beading wire. Oh, also, I'm going to be doing an update on our Panda Haul chain haul, and 100% I'm happy with all of them that I've gotten. They're so good. Like, I'm really excited to have been able to share that with you guys, like the unboxing of that. So we will be doing more unboxings. Oh no, Benjamin says something is wrong with my chat. When you're making a necklace, do you have a preference for when you use cord and when you use steel? Well, what do you consider cord and what do you consider steel? Like, I actually think I'm going to be doing some bead stringing today because I do still need to turn these necklaces here, or these pendants here, into necklaces. So I was thinking about doing... Oh, and Simone had asked, I'm so sorry, I'm really bad at keeping up with comments. To answer Jean's question real quick, we are having an after party today from 5 to 7 p.m. And that is Central Time, like Central Standard Time. But, crap, what was the question Simone had asked? Dragon prep is going pretty well. We had a really slow week this past week. Like, we've only made this much so far this week. And then last week we didn't, well, I take that back. We got this much made. Getting a whole bunch of these bracelets put together. I've already gotten all of the beads made into links, but I haven't gotten them all made into the chainmail and with the bracelets yet. So, well, they're not super heavy or anything. They're made out of aluminum, so they're very, like, lightweight. I don't really know how to demonstrate, without, like, actually measuring it. I think I am, Book. Yeah, and so it's like, I don't know, like, but it feels, I mean, very light. Like maybe, I don't know if you can tell from like the jingling and the movement, but I really dig them. Only this much. But, oh, that's awesome. What you know? Dremels are great. Hey, Kay, we're doing really well. Stephanie's working. Yeah. Oh, Crickets is working on scale mail pendants. Um, oh my goodness, Patty. Are you going vertical? Converting a 10 by 20 amount of stuff down to an 8-foot table. Probably the best buy on the chains was the Figaro chain. It was my absolute favorite. Like whatever money I paid for it, I'm pleased. Yeah, these are the Romanoff. So it's the same as the pendants. But yeah, so I wanted to answer that question. And y'all, I'm so sorry if I do miss some of your questions. Please do feel free to repost it. Well, and do the at Back to Earth Creations because that highlights it in orange. So is there a tutorial for these bracelets? It is coming up. We have recorded one for a stretchy bracelet version, but we also demonstrate how to with the solid metal as well. And then Tara says aluminum and the wire's not too soft. Well, I used 18 gauge copper core in silver plated para-wire for the beads, so they're holding together. And then these are 18 gauge. Now this is where it's always fun. The wire is American wire gauge and the rings are standard wire gauge. So if for a moment, if we are just talking in terms of American wire gauge, the beads are on 18 gauge and the wire is 16 gauge. But whenever I'm shopping for it, it's an 18 gauge 3/16 because most chainmail rings, for some reason, are listed in standard wire gauge instead of American wire gauge. Like, I don't know why folks aren't on the same page about that. I wish everything was just standard because that makes my life a lot easier. But it's kind of, it's almost like if any of y'all were in band, some instruments, like the flutes, always talked to each other whenever I was learning in terms of flats. But I was taught initially by trumpet players, and they always talked in terms of sharps. So it's I would always say F sharp, whereas if someone said a G flat, like I'm like, a what? But it's the same difference. Like, so I'm gonna be stringing up the same necklace for I think these two, and then these two. I think the Luna Moth with the Howlite's gonna be gorgeous. And then these two, the Amazonite with that one, and then the Pyrite over here with this. I'm gonna take that off because it keeps making a scratching noise. Ooh, Costco's having a sale on Dremels, says Simone. Thank you, Star. It was my first intricate wrap since getting back to wire wrapping, and I am test wearing it for durability, and already I've found out I needed to have used a 16 gauge instead of an 18 gauge wire. Oh, right on. Valerie says I have a brace on my wrist today, so no jewelry making. That's fair. Bye, Jennifer. Hey, Leslie, how's it going? Okay, trying to get everything straightened up. So, by beading, I'm going to be using, anytime that I'm doing a single strand of beads and there's not going to be any intricate like beadwork or anything like that, like it's literally just like a start end, one solid string of beads, and a finish end, I like to use what I call beading cable, or Beadalon has it labeled as bead stringing wire. This is a 7-strand, and I'm using that because a lot of the beads that I have very, very small holes. But sometimes I'll use, like, what is it, like the 42 strand, like they have thicker ones. So and I typically like to use just the heaviest beading cable that I can find, that will go through my beads. So, but it has a really nice flexibility, so like the drape is really nice. So, you know, you can, it's much more, it's so much less prone to kinking. It's a little bit more, like, I don't think supple is the term, but it doesn't hold a shape the way that just a regular strand of even the same thickness of copper wire would. You know, because like typically a wire would behave in a way that when you've bent it, it stays there. Whereas with this stuff, again, like I had shown, when you bend it, it just boing, goes right back to doing what it's doing. Now this one in particular, if I took it and bent it quite sharply, then it will hold a little bit of a bend, like you can see there, but it's not in any kind of like structural or meaningful way. It just kind of kinks the core wire, or I guess in this case core wires, because it's 7 of them cabled together. So flexible, yeah. Ah, right on, Star. Oh, what you know, that sounds so nice. So did you say trees? I make trees. I need new ideas. Getting bored with what I do. Ah, that's rough. Yeah, well, try. What else is interesting to you other than trees? Oh, and Jean asks, do you know where we could get some ear wires that are stainless steel or hypoallergenic? Um, I've been getting mine off of, I think, a Panda Haul listing on Amazon, just because it ships so much faster, at least in my experience, than, ouch, um, it, what was I saying? Yeah, it tends to ship out faster than with Panda Haul. I had to wait almost a month for my order to arrive, whereas even though it was sold from a Panda Haul Amazon store, who knows? So, hey, little sprite. Ooh, roses or trumpet vines. That's a really good idea, would you know? Okay, so I'm gonna start with some shameless self-promotion. I'm gonna be using this matte Howlite today. And we have some of this up for sale on our website, and that is backtoearthcreations.com. I'll be right back. I need to grab my pliers from the other room. Alrighty, guys. Shoot. Okay, coming back. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I had to grab the clasps as well. So, these are 18 gauge 1/8 inch aluminum rings that I get from Chainmaille Joe on Amazon, and that's what I like to use there on the ends. Well, let's see. Okay. Eric asks, do you have a choice between nylon cord and steel wire when making a necklace? By nylon cord, do you mean like stretchy stuff? Or when to choose? Oh no. Bookwitch says, I just killed another pair of nylon jaws, and it's the 4th pair this year. Any suggestions? Oh no, I don't know. Maybe try a different brand? Not stretchy. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not certain what the other product, like, would you consider this nylon coated or steel? Like, if it holds up, if the material and technique holds up durability wise and looks visually like how you want and is comfortable to wear, then those would be the factors. Oh, that is steel? Okay, then let me grab an example of, is this like how you mean, Eric? like as far as the nylon goes, because I would use something like this. It could be used for doing single strung, but I would probably go back and forth through the if it's single strung, I would go back and forth quite a bit to build up the thickness and durability, but normally I would use this if I'm using very tiny beads, and or if I'm doing like any sort of intricate bead weaving. So mm. Yeah, if you're afraid of the shells cutting through the nylon, um, I'd go with the beading cable. Sorry, I'm brain farting left and right. I just used the stainless steel ear wires just because I don't really trust the durability on anything that is plated. If I want an ear wire that matches something that I'm doing that's not like steel or silver toned, I'll just make my own ear hooks using 20 gauge parawire in whatever enameled colors. Oh my gosh, this tea's so good. So I'm going to take 2 of these 8mm Howlite. And I like to grab them just kind of random. And if you're ever working with a bead like this that has some distinct patterning, what I'll do to find good matches is I'll just pick 3 beads. I don't want to look through the whole bin because I can get overwhelmed by that. I'll just pick 3 and then roll them around, and typically 2 of the beads will match each other better than, like this pair of 2 match each other better than this pair. So I'll take that one and those will be paired across from each other on the necklace. And then I'll drop it back in. And then sometimes if I've got 2 that are just right next to each other that are already matching pretty well, I'll just go ahead and pop them down. And then I'm going to trade sides just because I want to keep it balanced. And then, ooh, I'm going to use, now these 8mm are the matte as well. And so now I'm just going to use some 6mm shiny Howlite beads. And we do have these matte Howlite up on our website, and that's backtoearthcreations.com. Shameless self-promotion. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that one back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hey April. Steel core cable coated in nylon, more often referred to as tiger tail. Right on, Jennifer. So is tiger tail what I like, a beading cable? The same way that this bead-along stuff is? Oh, Maddie made the tea. It's Lipton cold brew, and she just like brewed it and put like the stevia sweetener in it, and it's just it's good. Like, I apparently 3 hours is over brewing tea, allegedly. So, and that's how I've been making it for years and years because I like for it to punish me when I drink it. Like, and I also want to be able to use it as, like, I guess watercolors, so, or fabric dye. Let's see. Okay, so I think that'll work as far as that goes. And now let's make it a little bit more lunar and add some like shiny metal beads. Yes. Sabaya says, I grew up with porch sun tea. That stuff stayed in the sun for hours. Yeah. And that's what I do is I make sun tea, but it still it tends to be bitter, and I don't know if that's just the tea bags that I'm using or what, but this Lipton stuff is good. Okay, so here we have our tray of silvers and whites. And I'm just going to come through. Oh, we should totally sneak some rainbow moonstone in here with the Howlite. That is 100% what I'm doing. Right on. This is red diamond, nice and bitter. Nom nom nom. Right on. Oh, I had no idea about using them for wood staining, but that does make sense. There we go. So here I just have some little rainbow moonstone kind of rectangles. And I'm just going to pop one in between each of these Howlites. And this is also whenever I'm kind of a little brain dead, a little, not necessarily in a creative rut, but not in a creative rut. I'll sit down and kind of just start. This is a little bit of a formula that I follow, that I generally always like the way the necklaces come out, and they generally tend to sell well. Now, I mean, that's a broad statement, so, you know, take it with a bit of salt and, you know, but I'll just come through, and without having to think too hard about my life and any choices that I'm making about beads and my hand hurting or anything like that, I'm just coming through and drop in some beads, and I can even set it down and give my hand a break. We got some really nice reusable ice packs that I've been using on my hand and my ankle because my goofy ass can't stop tripping and spraying it. But that's okay. I'm very blessed that unfortunately many of my friends have had to become wizards at pain management, but fortunately a lot of my friends are wizards at chronic pain management, and so had really excellent advice on different things to do. So I do sleep with, you know, my super sexy braces on, and, you know, different things like that. So right on. Tara says, strung beaded necklaces always sell faster for me, which sucks because I like wire work. Yeah, the wire work part is a lot of fun, but just like how I've had my mullet style necklaces where it's a bit of beadwork in the front and then just chain in the back, it's an upgraded mullet, I guess, where it's just beadwork in the back, and then in just the front it'll have the wire wrapped links, and that way you can still get that beautiful look of the wire wrapped being featured in the front, but then the very nice, like, kind of elegant and comfortable beads along the back of the neck. And so, and then also I've done that same thing where sometimes it'll be the wire work in the front finished with chain. And just, I mean, if you only have to do a total of like 5 to 10 wrapped loops or herringbone style loops or something like that, and then, you know, instead of having to do 20 inches, it can really make a difference, not just in, you know, what you're putting into the necklace, but also, you know, into how much you're going to have to charge for your work, you know, how many necklaces you can get made in a day. Oh, it's a saltwater pool. Michelle, that sounds wonderful. Oh no. Eric says, I got an order once that all the beads opened up. Took me forever to sort them. Oh my gosh. Ah, gotcha. Jean says the azurite malachite you had on your site is beautiful. That was the one I was asking when you would get more. Oh, I didn't realize. I don't know. I don't know when we'll be getting more of that. But it was definitely a fast seller for us, so I'm gonna have to order a bunch for next time. All right, on. Sarah says that bead matching trick is going to save me some time. I hope so, because I would get so absorbed into, like, fixated into trying to find, like, the perfect match for, like, earrings. And it's like, and I figured it out, it's like you've just got to just narrow it down to 3, pick the 2 that match each other better, because it's going to be close enough. I mean, and that's not like a perfect rule. Like you can pick a fourth, or you'll use your artistic discretion. But it's when if you're feeling overwhelmed, then it's a good go-to, I think. Okay, so now I'm gonna set these off to the side again. Now let's see, do we stick with just this, or I'm gonna use some white beads along the neckline. There we go. There she blows. Okay, and so now from here, I'm gonna have, these are, I think, a size 8 opaque white seed bead. Something with a white with a little bit of an iridescent flash to it would just be stunning here. And I know it always takes me so long, you guys, so long to get set up and kind of roll in these live streams, but I really appreciate y'all coming and keeping me company. This is, this isn't staged, you guys. Like, I do put on clothes and makeup and, like, bathe and everything, but this is as close to a glimpse of the reality of what I do as a professional crafter. So it's not like the cooking show where everything's already, you know, all the herbs and spices are already presented in their cute little dishes, and all the meat and vegetables have already been cleaned up, and there's not dishes from like 3 weeks ago just sitting there staring at you. Like, this is not crafting in like that, at least not for me. So it's a couple minutes of tidying up on the front end goes a really long way, and then from there it's just good luck and have fun. Not Martha Stewart, no. Ah, Witch and Gnome says, the witch always tells me when I am getting frustrated, simplify. Simple sells most of the time quicker than some crazy creation. Right on. Lunia says, I'm always feeling overwhelmed. It's hard not to. It's hard not to feel overwhelmed, I think. At least for me. I can't find them tubes like you have in the drawer at Amazon. Here, let me pull them up for you. What are we looking for? Oh yeah. Now, these tubes are super durable, y'all. So they're a little bit of an investment. It's like $47 for 100 of them. But that's 100 tubes, and it's not like they're single-use disposable, you know, like, or it's not even like they're flimsy Tupperware. Like, I take the lids on and off. They hold up phenomenally. Like, I'm really pleased with them. Now, I don't know how the plastic is going to age, but being in these drawers, they're not getting a lot of, like, sun exposure, so I don't think they're going to yellow, or at least they shouldn't yellow as much as the ones that I've had out. So this is the link for bead tubes I use. There you are. And that is the same listing as what I use for my long tubes, as well as my short tubes. And the nice thing is the lids fit either of them. So it simplifies. I try to always keep some on hand, just sitting empty waiting for beads. And it's really nice that I only have to keep track of one style of cap. Okay. Yep, already did that one. And so now, and yep, that's it's a lunar moth. It's not like anatomically correct or biologically correct or anything. Ooh, I got those on Amazon as well. They're actually linked in the video description of the Romanov, of the tutorial that's up there. I hope anything that I says makes sense. I'm having a really hard disconnect between the thought and what verbally comes out. So I'm so sorry for that, you guys. Words are hard. Eep. Ooh, and Angel says, do you think metal would tarnish in those? They seem pretty airtight. If I were worried about it, I'd pop in one of those anti-tarnishing strips, and then I think it'd be good. Because, yeah, they do seem pretty airtight. Ooh, we could test it. We could put some water in it and see if it'll hold water. Excuse me. Though I don't know, I guess holding water, that makes it... Is that airtight? Or just watertight? Or is there like a discernible difference? Ooh, that was a good sneeze though. I've never made a necklace like this before in just pure white and silver tones. Kinda excited. I can hear my puppy snoring. And poor Z, he's got a cone on his head because he won't stop stress chewing his butt. It's like he'll chew on the base of his tail like he's just mad at the thing. Ooh, those are really good bead containers. Cocktail sauce, olive jars, and pimento jars. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm also doing 10 of these size 8 beads off each end of the necklace. 8, 9, and danke. Check with slightly soapy water. If bubbles come out when you shake it, there's air. Tara, that's excellent advice. Are you doing a single or double look necklace? Oh, somebody's hitting a bunch of hearts again. Thank you guys. It's gonna be 2 separate necklaces, but both with the same bead pattern. So one of them is gonna have this as the pendant, and the other one's gonna have this as the pendant. And this is another way that whenever my brain doesn't wanna, I can go through and be like, well, now I only have to, decide on one bead pattern. So use the brain power once, make 2 necklaces from it. And oftentimes I'll do 3, but I only have a couple of pendants that I need this for now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I am going to keep these on hand because I don't want it, like, I'm probably going to drop some. And so that way they're already right there. Also, y'all, Randy got me this and installed it for me. I think we're going to have to reset it so it sits a little farther back. But this way I don't have to keep moving the keyboard. I can just come under and type and then keep working. So, but with that little bit that pokes out, I didn't realize how much I needed that space because my blind ass is up here looking at my beads. So, but that'll be a after dragon project probably, and I'll just suck in my tummy for now and try to reach my stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking, here's my silver beads. I'm just going to set the pendant off to the side. And we are going to do Randy saves the day for sure. Haplo says, will a frog still farts underwater? I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I love it. Like, what? What did I miss? Froggy went a courting and he did right. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Froggy went a courting and he did right. So these are 4mm platinum toned beads from Lolly Beads. And I'm just putting one in between our size 8 seed bead, and here we have our 8mm. There was a squirrel. Ooh. In the corner, he did right. Ooh. Hey Randy, if you're listening, I love you. That's my husband, by the way. I'm not just being creepy to some weirdo named Randy in the... Sorry. But Randy's always... He's in the other room right now, like, moderating for me. And I think doing businessy stuff. Like, he works as well, behind the scenes. But, I just miss him all the time. He's the love of my life. Randy Creepers. Hey Star, how's it going? Said hi from New Zealand. So glad to catch live. It's been a while. Seen another star online. Well. Ooh, Eric says, how do you remember where you ordered something when you run out of it? Well, oftentimes, like if I bought it from somewhere and they have like labels on the bead bags, I'll pull the label off. And store it in with the beads. Like I can probably, there's probably one in here that's like that maybe. Yeah. So like here you can see I've got the little Fire Mountain Gem labels, and that way I know where I got it from. Because they typically have, yeah, the Fire Mountain Gems logo on there. And then the exact item number and description of what it is. That's my favorite way. Like I want to model my labels after their labels, at least the style, because I love it so much. But a lot of the other ones, I've started just purchasing from a couple of like wholesale folks that we had met at gem and mineral shows, and so like I'm trying to, you know, build our bead store kind of. So that's kind of replaced a lot of things. But and then if I don't buy it, you know, from someone at a gem and mineral show, or you know, from somewhere else, it's typically off of either Etsy, AliExpress, Amazon, or eBay. And in which case I'll just go into like my order history and kind of keep track that way. So these little silver beads had gotten mixed together, so I'm actually feel like I'm panning for gold, trying to separate out. Fortunately, they're two like distinctively shaped styles of beads. Like one of them you can see lays on its kind of squared off end. So if I roll them, and then they'll stay there, and then the round ones will keep rolling around. Froggy been a courting and he did right. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. J-Max says, I took your advice to put labels with my stored beads. Now I can tell my friends and family where I bought them. Thank you. Ooh, right on. Y'all, I live to be helpful. I really do. So, like, thank you for letting me know whenever I'm helpful to y'all. Liz says, I've never made anything so glaringly white. I can't decide if I like it or not. Right? Like, like I'm trying to not make any decisions about it till it's done, and then somebody's gonna love it. And if they don't, then it'll just like live in my booth forever, and that'll be fine too. Because it's nothing if not eye-catching. But yep, just coming through, picking beads. I'm loving it as well, J-Max, the white and silver. Okay, so there's that side as far as the silver beads go. And it's a whole bunch of work on the front end, but then it shouldn't take too long to get it strung together, in theory. Let's see how that actually plays out. But well, thank you, Lynn. Anamana Pia says it's amazing how many places sell beads, etc. You couldn't have these options 10 years ago, right? Well, it's beads are one of the things that they're just awesome. Like, I love beads. I don't know how to, I love them, and I don't think I should have to justify however unreasonable my love for beads may seem. Like, it hasn't gotten to where it's like detrimental to like my well-being or anything yet, but I really like me some beads, y'all. Like, they are my favorite investment. Like, because I've been researching more and more the history of beads, and just reading about it, like some historical texts about, you know, like the history of lamp work.
You literally hurt your hand moving them.
Randy says I literally hurt my hand moving them, but yes, I do love me some beads, and it feels very right to be having a bead shop, because one day when my eyes have gone and my hands just don't work anymore, I'll still be able to get to play with beads and live vicariously through y'all, hopefully buying beads from my shop. Or what have you. So it's ooh, these are from Fire Mountain Gems. I need to take a page from their book. These were a freebie in one of the very first orders that I did with Fire Mountain Gems. And I wonder if there's a company that I could bulk order bead tweezers from and get them to do ooh, or we could do our own little like acid etch sticker or something. Okay, but I would like to start handing these out. Or do something, because, like, man, that's good marketing. Getting your brand, like, in people's hands, literally. Like, I'm not even affiliated with Fire Mountain Gems, and boom, there's their logo. Like, right there on my stuff. Like, my tools. It's very clever. I think we're going to redesign the website after Dragon this year, you guys. And it's, like, terrifying to me to say that, because I'm still, like, tired from last time we, last time we redid the website, that was like 5 years ago or something. Right on, Donna, isn't it? Like, I love the Howlite, I really do. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know if chopsticks would work. The distinct thing that I like about these tweezers is they have that round, the cupping on the inside of the tweezer tips just holds a little round bead perfectly. So while I do bet, you know, if somebody was skilled with tweezers, that they'd be able to do what I'm doing no problem, but with chopsticks instead of tweezers. But I like not having to be challenged. Like, I just want the beads to be picked up. I don't want to have to be tricky with it or anything. Dude, y'all, the other day I timed myself crafting, and I had put on one of them. I just like had like a regular like show about like, I don't know, somebody was putting a bunch of tilapia in their pond or something. But um, I have wide and varied interests apparently. Um, but then I put on some like ADHD focus music, and I made a bracelet. Not gonna lie, in half the time, like as what it took me with the other show on. So that's become my new when I'm in work mode. Um, I put on some like either binaural beats or like some, I don't know, just ADHD music, and it's really helping me. So now again, I'm super susceptible to the placebo effect, but man, if that's all it takes. Ooh, Runaway Camper says chopsticks can be modified. Now that's clever. Oh, just on YouTube. It's just for free on YouTube. Oh my gosh, Anne, that's amazing. Right on, Pro. I'll do that after the stream today. Now, of course, I also have to make like the very conscious effort to be just doing one thing, which is hard, but. Ooh, right on, J Max. Oh no! Eric says tried with chopsticks and threw them across the room the third time I lost a bead. Ooh. Oh, Tara says you are my ADH music today. Well, that's awesome. I never thought of it that way. Thank you, Tara. Like that, I'm so, like, no joke, that's a really huge compliment. Like, because I know how hard it is for me to keep my shit together until I turn my music on. So I'm glad to, if I can be helpful to you like that, then fuck yeah. Alright. Speaking of focus. Focus. There we go. What? You mean you get tired of listening to Miss Rachel, Book Witch? Ah, right on. Okay, so I'm gonna... It's whenever we babysit our good friends' son. He really enjoys listening to Miss Rachel. And I mean, I get into it. And I like to do, like, sing the songs and everything, like, with them. Like, it's a really great, like, kind of guided activity. Like, we'll put it on for about an hour and just, like, have the TV come up with all the ideas of what song to sing next. But it drives Randy straight up the wall, like, immediately. And I'm like, that's alright. He brings his Switch and puts his headset on, and we get through it. And I'm learning how to play Baby Shark on the guitar.
Why?
What up, baby?
Why Baby Shark on the guitar?
Because it's amazing and catchy, and I will do just about anything within my power to have a baby not cry. And if playing that song can help, then that's like a mild superpower. That, and there's few things in this world that I can just whip out a guitar and make every adult in the room mad at me. That's great power. Mm-hmm.
I can do that with a violin too, but it doesn't mean it's a good thing.
I don't know if y'all could hear, but Randy says he can do that with a violin too, but that doesn't make it a good thing. Well, see, most people will go out and like play music and have like a jar for tips for playing well. I don't stop until you put something in the tip jar, and then you get the sweet release of silence. Or at least that's how the theory goes. Oh, Jesus. Now it's in my hand. It's insidious. When Barney first came out, I could see them filming it where I lived. Oh my gosh. That's wild. Okay, and I'm getting both of the ends. I'm going to talk through it this time. So here I have a crimp tube. And these are some like mega cheapo ones off of Amazon. But quite frankly, they still work out really well. Like I've been having great results with them. So I'm just going to slide the tube on. Let me zoom in just a smidge. And then just to spite everyone, I'm going to go over here out of frame. Sorry. No. I think that's what some folks think that I do, but I never go out of frame to spite y'all. Unless. Okay, so I just have the wires folded over and the crimp tube slid down. I know it's probably blurry because we are in a live stream, but I'm doing my best. And then I'm going to come in and use on your crimp pliers, there'll be like a kidney bean side and then like a rounded side. I'm going to crimp it in the kidney bean first. And so just coming in and smush. And then I'm going to come around and smush down again. And actually these are quite large, so I like to do a secondary smush and crimp. And then you can do a little bit of a test and make sure that it's still holding really well. And then I take one of these 4mm lolly beads. And what I love about them is they have a 2mm hole. And so I'm going to slide this down. And the reason I love these crimp tubes is because they slide just perfectly into those 4mm beads with the 2mm hole. And that way I don't have to fool about with like crimp covers or anything like that. Okay. So we'll get this turned. And we're going to start our bead stringing. Shout out to all our lurkers, by the way. Have I put all of you to sleep yet? 2. Ooh, Bookwitch says, what do you think about doing a... Sorry, there's this like heart thing in the way. It makes it hard to read the comments. A full bead strung necklace for a tutorial. Possibly. I would probably do it in combination with another tutorial, like maybe like an easy wire wrap or something. But really, I mean, it could probably be a short, just, I need more short form content really if the channel is going to keep doing well. Ooh, okay. Liz says I need like a full class on crimp tubes and covers. I'm forever messing them up. Oh no. Did that get stuck in my keyboard? Haha, the mouse caught it. Thank you, mouse. That's a really good idea, Liz. What I'd like to do is order a bunch of like different price points and like maybe brands of crimp beads, like price points and styles of crimp beads and covers, and then do a comparison video with all the same beading cable, but like, you know, how do these crimp beads with specific, because I have 2 different kinds of crimp pliers. I have the traditional ones, and then I have ones that like cup a little circle, and just kind of explore those 2 different or 3 different variables together. Right on. Well, Book, I would recommend getting a spool of this stuff. Either, depending on the size of your beads, depends again on the thickness of what beading cable you would use. And then both Panda Hall and Fire Mountain Gems sell like crimps and crimp covers, the main thing I'd watch out for is make sure that your crimp covers are a good size for going over your crimp bead. Like, I wouldn't want to use a 3 millimeter long crimp bead with a, I mean, not that they have it, but like, I wouldn't want to use a 4 millimeter long crimp bead with a 4 millimeter long crimp cover. I'd go with a 3 millimeter bead. That way the cover will fit over it. But yeah, we'll explore that. If that's a really good tutorial idea that I'd like to tackle for y'all. Oh, Donna. I hope he's recovering well. She says, husband had surgery recently and was homebound for recovery, not long in the scheme of things. But your videos, your lives and videos have been a soothing stress reliever, like a visit with a good friend. Thanks. Oh, it's truly, I do feel like I get to kind of hang out with my friends here in the chat every Friday, so I'm really glad to be able to keep y'all company, because y'all are keeping me company too. Gotcha. Yeah, just like with wire, the quality of materials that you're using can sometimes be really detrimental to, um, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Beep boop. But I'm just like, stringing the bead, stringing the bead. Stringing the bead, stringing the bead. What are we doing? Stringing the bead. Ooh, stringing the bead, stringing the bead. 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 Like, that's it. That's all there is. Just my last 2 brain swells, drinking sweet tea on their front porch singing. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. What are we doing? Stringing a bead. Oh yeah. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. What were we talking about? Stephanie says, I've been stringing necklaces long enough that there's only one kind of crimp available and no such thing as crimp cover. Ooh, I still prefer the old style corrugated crimps, but I cover them now. Right on. What are the corrugated crimps? Hello, my love. Thank you. I don't use that for the streams when I'm over here. Well, because I've got the computer right here.
Uh-huh. You were talking about a heart covering something so you couldn't see it?
Oh, yeah, but see, like, right there?
Uh-huh.
How do I make that go away? Or can I move it? I love you.
Are you watching?
What? What have you done? But the heart's still there.
Yes, but now it's bigger. So you can still read now.
Okay. Well, thank you, honey. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Ooh, Michael's has been having, I don't know if it's like store-wide, but they were having like a 60% off summer clearance sale, and I got like a basket and a bunch of other crap. Like just a candle. Wait, that was at Joann's. Making a tree, says Tara. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Ooh, ooh. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Y'all, I think I'm going insane. I mean, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just, ooh. Where are we going? Insane. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Oh. Stephanie says they're getting hard to find anymore, but I think Fire Mountain Gem still has them. The sides are corrugated, and they don't split like the smooth side crimps I've tried.
You ain't finished your first class.
Well, I haven't, because I've been budgeting it. That's really good tea.
Do you want ice?
Yes, please. I mean, it's iced tea. You gotta have ice in it. Oh, he can hear me. He still has the headphones on. I'm over here being sassy. I hope you don't spit in my tea. Yes. auto-tune it. Well, actually, we recorded and will be publishing eventually a Joanne's haul for on the main channel because, I don't know, I kind of, like, I've really enjoyed having a structure to our channel this year. Did you spit in it? Is that spit in the... There you go. Thank you so much, honey. Well, flavor. Anyways. Oh, man. Even better this time. Like, Maddie had to brew a fresh pot. Like, can drinking tea be my new hobby? Oops. Like, drinking tea can be a hobby, right? But yeah, I've enjoyed that there's been more structure to, technically, more structure to our videos this year. With like, you know, each month we have, every Monday we've got the shop updates, and then we have our Potomac, you know, sponsored videos, and then we have our craft along project video. But I kind of miss, apparently I don't make time for some of the more fun projects that I like to do if I'm not making a video out of them. So like, I haven't made a fairy house in ages, except for yesterday. Maddie and I both finished, we had gotten some like book nooks off of Amazon, and y'all, that was so much fun. Like, Maddie and I went into full deranged giggling, like, miniature mode for almost 2 days. Like, we really hit our stride, I think, in the second day of just, like, because a lot of the more complicated stuff was already taken care of. But it was just so much fun to have somebody, like, vibing miniatures with me. And the kits were, like, perfect. They were really high quality. I'll have to show them to y'all here in a minute. It's stevia sweet, so yes, I went ahead and added the pendant. Yeah, we did we finished the paintings. Actually, I think Maddie's working on hers right now, doing the last finishing touches, but Randy and I both finished ours. And then we finished the puzzle, like the map puzzle. 1,000-piece puzzle, y'all. Kicked our butts. And that's hanging at the foot of the stairs now. So that's really nice. And I really am kind of the kind of person who, like, assigns meaning to everything, whether it needs it or not. Like, I could be walking and there's, like, a shiny rock, and I'm like, oh, this is special. Like, but I love living my life that way, and I'm not going to stop. So, I hope this is long enough. Ruh-roh, hadn't really thought of that till just now. Where did you go, bead? But it's really nice because, like, I feel like I've kind of not lost my direction, but just since hurting my ankle and, well, hurting my hand and then hurting my ankle, I haven't really been able to do all of the things that I'm usually, you know, obsessed about, like gardening and crafting, and, you know, at least not to the extent of what I had wanted to. And then when we lost, 2022 was a really hard year, and I'm gonna probably say that for the rest of my life, but like, it was an indisputably difficult year for us, if only from the front of losing so many loved ones. And just here in our home, losing Callie and Sam, it was, and then just finances and stuff, and really getting, like, some humbling reality checks on different things. It had felt like I had kind of lost my way, lost sight of, you know, the dream that had been for so long on the horizon that Randy and I had been working towards, you know, heads down, leaning into the yoke, working towards. To lose sight of that was really discouraging to me. So to get to make the puzzle that's a map, we literally made our own map. That's very encouraging to me, just that kind of foggy concept that needs some fleshing out, I think. But just when you're lost, you just pick a direction and go, I suppose. Like we're mapping out our own course, and any little bit of, you know, kind of encouragement that I can sprinkle through the house in that way really helps. Because I don't need it every day, but on the days that I do need it, it's really nice to have the home be just saturated in purpose. Purpose and significance. So all the little things that are, you know, I don't keep the rock around just because it's pretty. It was a memory of a day between Randy and I. And so just the little feathers and rocks. My chicken nutmeg. Well, that was another thing, you guys. I've been, like, we kind of got all of our animals at the same time as far as, like, our chickens and rabbits go. And so it kind of feels like we're running, like, hospice care from a veterinary perspective. And in the past week, I have lost 2 rabbits and a chicken. Now, Poppy's still okay. She's everybody's favorite. Like, not to pick favorites, but Poppy is everybody's favorite chicken. But Jet and Little Big Man passed away, too. Those were my 2 rabbits. 2 of my 3 rabbits. And so it's been freaking hard. Like, I'm tired. Like, oof. Oof. I don't even know what to do with myself. Well, I can catch up with, iced tea with a splash of pineapple juice is a great way to sweeten tea. I bet it is. That's a good idea, Simone. Meredith says, Maddie's stickers are so cute. Her art is amazing. Well, thank you, Meredith. Hey, Maddie. Huh? Meredith says your stickers are so cute and that your art is amazing.
Well, thank you.
I mean, she's right.
Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Aren't these like the best folks ever?
I know.
Like they really are.
So nice. These are pretty.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
I put the clasp on the wrong side, but I can fix that. But check it. I don't know how flashy the Moonstone's gonna be, but that's Rainbow Moonstone in between the Howlite and glass beads.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that one flashed a little. I think. Do it again. Do the roar. Well, it does sometimes.
Okay. Well, I trust you.
Did you know that you make the best sweet tea?
Well, thank you.
Like,
It's all Lipton.
it's all Lipton?
It's all Lipton.
Well, I feel even more blessed having you in the family that you make tea like this.
Well, thank you.
Just when I think you can't get any cooler, here you come with some sweet tea.
Wait.
How's your painting coming?
It's going good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm just doing the little tiny pieces.
All like 10 million of them?
Yeah, all 10 million, yeah.
Alrighty.
I'll let you get back to it.
Well, thank you, Maddie. Man. Ooh. Stephanie says, yeah, I've been so happy for your structured schedule because it gives you more time for you. At the same time, I miss seeing y'all more often. Well, it's apparently if I just make more time for myself, I just fill it with more work, but not necessarily always the kind of work that is invigorating and inspiring and refreshing, but like the kind of work that's like soul crushing and makes me sad and tired, like anything on social media. And it's mostly because I've been fighting so hard with the Facebook meta to just get it to actually schedule my stinking posts. Like I just want it to do what it's supposed to do, and it won't. And it's hard to not take that like personally at 2 a.m. But now that I've let that go, my life, like I'm a lot happier. Now that I've just given up on social media. But that's fine. Like, I've started just using social media casually now, and it's like, I'm not going to make myself stick to some algorithmically pleasing schedule or any of that stuff. I'm just going to be like, hey, I made a thing, or hey, I had a thought, or hey, look at this snail. Like, though that stuff's for over on the monster vlog. And it's really helped to bring a lot of the joy back to that. Uh-oh. But, so I think I want to go back to crafting more, possibly to the tune of more videos, but I don't know. That's something that I'm considering it. just so that I can make time to actually craft the things I've been meaning to craft. So I've just threaded more of this same beading cable through the end, and then I'm just rolling and getting the bead. I'm gonna have to crimp it down just a little more, I think. There we go. And the bead just slides right over. Yeah, Jean, we glued the puzzle, like we covered it with Mod Podge puzzle glue, and then put it into a frame. Thanks, Art Girl. She says the white silver bead strung thus far is looking amazing. Thank you. I'm digging it. Christy says, I'm always busy either making jewelry or working on organizing. I so enjoy listening in, not a lurker. Right on, Christy. And I do just want people to know that even if you're not like actively commenting or anything, like I love that you're here. Like you clicked on my face, so for whatever reason you clicked on it, I hope, you're having a good day. And thank you for stopping by. Like, because the last thing I want is for people to come into, like, my streams or my videos and feel like I'm being, like, demanding of them. It's like, we're here to craft and chill. Ooh, Hawk, we had gotten our Book Nook kit just on Amazon. Pro says you're not going to let Zuckerberg dictate your life. Good for you. Now I'm going to let Google do it instead. Oh, I put the large silver bead on. I guess I should have explained what it was that I was doing. So this is a 16 gauge 1/4 inch ring, and I use this when I finish the necklace so that I'll go through that step in more detail whenever we do the stringing of it. So I'm going to catch up on comments for a minute. I'm actually gonna put on all this stinking makeup. I'm at least gonna flip the camera around and have some FaceTime with you guys. I put the camera directly in front of the comments, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna try something new. Cause why not? I'm gonna break my trap. Don't fall on me, wall. Ooch, there we go. Okay. Oh, there's my Z and Millie. So those are my folks on the couch. Witch and Gnome says, I'm horrible with remembering to hashtag the post I make, which I know these help with all that algorithm stuff. Bruh, I don't even know. Like, I do like whatever hashtags that are like seem mildly relevant, but if I start putting more than 5 hashtags, I feel like I'm like algorithm thirsty. So it's like I'm just gonna post it and get on with my day. Like it's not even a reel anyways, so nobody's gonna see it. Like hashtag defeated. Jennifer says, yes, where's the large silver bead that will cover the crimp? That's I added on after, that way I can get it crimped and then get that end finished off. Nancy says The Sims 4 has brought joy back into my life. Oh my god, did you see that they are the horse expansion in September? So that's gonna be my After Dragon reward, is gonna be getting that expansion and playing it a little bit. Oh, thank you, Anne. Yeah, it's been just trying to figure out how to keep on going with the broken bits of our heart, but it's okay. Where did you obtain your Book Nook kit from? We got it from Amazon. Uh-oh, I scrolled too far. Simone says, if you need more chickens, my neighbors had babies. Now there's about 30 baby chickens in my neighborhood. And probably an incoming hawk problem, like birds of prey and like foxes and stuff. Okay. Got you, Jennifer. Okay. And Sherry says, listen in while I make beads. So glad to listen in. Ooh, what kind of beads are you making? And see, that's the problem is people are trying to like get their work done, and I'm like, what you doing? Tell me about your day. Like, and you should be crafting, not typing. Yeah, Z keeps chewing his butt off. Like, well, his tail, like he'll chew on the base of it, and we give him his pills from the vet and everything. But it's once he gets once it gets irritated and kind of chewed up a bit, there's no stopping him. So we have to put the cone on until he stops. So. The latest algorithm doesn't really use hashtags, more in SEO. But like, how do you do SEO on an Instagram post? Like, strumming the old banjo. Andrew says, that's the face I clicked on, right? But it's like, I even put on lashes today, you guys, and I don't even think they're like sticking on very well. But I was like, why did I do all of this and then hide behind the camera? Gotta prove that I actually washed my face and like, yeah, he's wearing his little cone of shame. He's such a good boy though. He's so sleepy. Okay, so now that I'm caught up on comments, I'm gonna flip it back around and we're gonna do the thing. And now I get to mess with the tripod more. Oh, opening it up, that really helps. If you unturn the knob all the way, then it works. So, boop. Ooh, okay, Pro. Yeah, that's because I want to bring when we move forward and it's like a train, choo choo, and we have the things that we're best at that are pulling the train along, and then we have the things at the back of our train that are what I am worst at. And I figure if I can keep making the thing that I am worst at better, it doesn't have to become my new best thing. It just, if I can keep making that more efficient or more like just less actively detrimental. And currently our website, like I consider our website and our social media like kind of they're separate things, but they're so interconnected that I can't consider one without the other. Those are my current like worst, because I feel like what we're doing like is a reasonable workload. Like we're doing hopefully well at it. Like I haven't gotten a whole lot of hate mail in a while about how my glass looks like cheap fish tank glass, or I think it was a dollar store glass is what they called it. But it's been a minute since I've gotten some hate mail about my work. So, which I always try to take that as a maybe I need to take a second look at what I'm doing and make whatever the caboose is of my glass train, make my worst work into better work. Because, I mean, better and worse, that's all relative anyways. But I do want to always be doing my best and trying to do better. Because it's fun. It's fun to learn and stuff. Wow, Runaway Camper says, I set a goal for myself for the upcoming powwows that I'm doing that I wanted 300 pairs of my large earrings. I just finished my 87th. Holy crap. Ooh, Art Girl says turmeric paste on Z's irritated skin area. Right on. Oh, Ember, I think, is holding down the throw pillows in the upstairs living room. Bye, April. Well. People are people. Like, sometimes they're not at their best. Kit asks, have you used the magnetic lashes? I'm wondering if they're worth it. I've used them, but I prefer them for whenever I'm doing, like, really, like, bold makeup. Because I'm a very, like, purpley sepia-toned person. And so I haven't been able to find any magnetic lashes in brown tones. Like, the, brown or brown black that like Adele Lashes sells. Those ones are my favorite. So whereas all the magnetic ones are like very, very, very just like stark, bold lashes. So whenever I'm doing like my Spyro or something like that, I don't mind magnetic ones. Tara says, oh my god, Banana's got your back. No, we don't have to throw wire clippings at anyone. It's I truly don't take it personally. Like I've actually started leaving some of the more mild. Um, I mean, I hate to call them hateful because they're barely. It's just like you just when a grumpy troll comes puttering through, I've started leaving that up. That way, I don't end up getting told it's called Mod Podge like the same time over and over again. I'll just be like, okay, thank you. They've let me know. Like, because some folks will say it like, and you can like, the tone comes across like very like jovial, like friends poking fun. And then some folks are like, you imbecile, you buffoon, you absolute smooth brain. Like, it's called Mud Podge. And I'm like, okay. Ooh, Kit says I'm trying to put together my dragon costume for cons and do want bold lashes. Yes, for a bold look, the magnetic ones are lovely. Just because you don't have to worry about that like uber goober lash booger that gets left from the lash glue. Because that thing can stay for days, like even with like waterproof makeup remover. Not that the remover is waterproof, but it's intended for waterproof makeup. Donna says, confession, I love the glass cab things from Dollar Tree. Same. 100% same, Donna. Like, they're so pretty. Right on, book. Yeah, I use a lash curler with my lashes to get them to fit behind my glasses. Stephanie says, well, I'm glad you don't take it personally. People like that are just looking for anything to make themselves feel superior. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You never know when somebody's like just had like a really terrible day and maybe they don't know that they're an asshole. Like, so. Amazing, Amy says, oh no, not the pronunciation police. They will hammer you with their exclamation points. Yes, the very same. Ooh, hey, Deborah. Ooh, Tracy says, I wear the magnetic ones with the eyeliner. They're great if you don't mind also wearing black eyeliner. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely a bold look. Ah! Tara says, just made a tree with a dollar store cab yesterday. Nice. I think it's a sign of a good artisan that you can take dollar store cabs and make them look, beautiful and fancy and stuff. But yeah, that's phenomenal, Hawk. I'm so proud of you. Like 87 out of 300. Like even if you just stopped at 87, that's a whole bunch. You're setting yourself up for success. Ooh, Art Girl says found a natural looking one, Falscara. Now, is that a magnetic one or? Oh no, book. I hope his dental work goes well. Okay. Now, also, I'm not certain how much we're selling these necklaces for. I think we're doing 30 for the moth ones and 40 for these ones that we made the pendants on, but Randy and I haven't, like, talked about it yet, so we'll have to figure that out. Oh, no. Oh, my bead! My brother. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'll have to check that out, Nancy. Query, do you have the colors for next month's booty boxes? Are you taking suggestions? Some purple mixes or peaches, or dare I ask for something raspberry? Ooh, Sarah, that sounds delicious. I'm actually going to, we do already have the glass in stock. Now we don't have it processed down yet because we've just caught up from our kilns being broken. We haven't been able to actually get ahead at all yet. But August is mermaid themed, and I think we're doing some like purpley blue teals, perhaps. I'm gonna have to pull them out so y'all can see. We'll check that out after the after we get this necklace strung. Oh, okay, Art Girl. Ben says, I'm only crafting my bee suit after a trip and a stay at the hospital to do another bee sting the other day. I'm so happy to be here. Oh, I hope you're okay. I'm glad you were able to make it. Right, Donna? Yeah, I wonder what these tank rocks are, what else they're good for. And it's like everything. Oh my gosh, Kit. Oh no. Do what? Which comment, Pro? Hey, thank you. Okay. Well, can you try sending it again, Pro? Maybe it'll come through. Because I hear Randy in there working, so I don't think he blocked it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't blocked it. That's just odd. Just stringing a bead, 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 boot, 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 stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Ah! Oh, Kit, that's gonna be awesome. Stringing a bead, stringing a bead. Do I smell popcorn? Which is odd, because I have, like, zero sense of smell lately. Oh, that'd be so cool to do henna in a live stream. Hey, Latney, how's it going? Ooh, Angel says, I took my first stained glass class last Saturday. That stuff requires more strength than I realized. Super fun, though. Right on. What'd you make in the class? Okay, so this is the part I was going to show y'all. I don't know, bro. Huh. Hey, Zeno. Not done yet. 4 weeks. Ooh. Well, what are you making? Or is it just like kind of a course? So to finish the necklace, I'm coming through and I have our crimp bead, like the crimp tube, and I've strung that on. And then this is where I'm going to use this oversized ring that's a 16 gauge 3/16. No, 16 gauge 1/4. Regardless, the wire gauge is 16 gauge, and that is standard wire gauge. And then I'm going to thread back through the crimp tube and a bunch of the seed beads. And then I'm going to tighten this down, hopefully not too tight. There we go. And now from here, I'm going to crimp and then smush, and then I'm going to do that secondary crimp and smush. And I'm going to snip the wire. Actually, I'm going to wait to snip the wire because if this didn't make a good closure on this next step, if I leave this wire, the beading cable attached, all that excess, if it pulls out, I can redo it without as much trouble, whereas if I snipped it right now, that would kind of suck. If I had to go back through and redo the crimp bead. So just threading on, it's a bit of the same beading cable folded in half. And then I'm going to thread on one of the 4mm beads that has a 2mm hole. And I'm going to hold on to our needle thread basically and kind of wiggle and turn. There we go. So you can see that takes a really fair bit of tugging to get that through. And then I'm just going to remove that beading thread. And from here, I'm going to take one of our small rings. These are 18 gauge 1/8 inch. And the reason I started doing the large bead first is so that this part, even after the crimp covering bead has been added, I can still get that jump ring through. Whereas whenever I was using the original jump ring first, I'd have to open it, take it off, put the bead on, and then it would be so difficult to get it to go through. So by using this one, the thicker ring as a template, it really made that part a whole lot easier for me. And then I'm going to snip it and then tuck it off into that last bead. And then here we have, hey Brian, I am making some bead strung necklaces with different style pendants. And now I've just finished working with some Howlite to make this chainmail pendant as well as this lunar moth.
Green Aventurine or Amazonite?
Green Aventurine. And now from here, I'm going to take this chain that I had gotten from Panda Hall. And I'm going to measure off about a hand's width of it. And this is what I like to use for my extender chain. And this just finishes the necklaces off, just like this. And these will be for sale in our booth at DragonCon, Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. But we may also put them up for sale. We do new shop updates every Monday where we put our jewelry, like we try to do it like 1 week we'll post beads and cabochons and things for sale, and then the next week we'll still have cabochons, but we'll also have beep boop. We'll have cabochons and handmade jewelry like that we've already completed. And so, okay, I'm gonna catch up with comments. Oh my gosh, Kit, don't they just? Oh, well, hey, Fancy Nancy. Oh, I'm so glad you like what we do here. Ooh, Stephanie says, I like to use wire guards for the end loop, mostly because I'm afraid the wire will get crimp folded around a jump ring. That's a really good That's a really good idea. I've yet to find wire guards that I really liked. So here, I'm gonna flip the camera around and let's check our charge. We are at 62. That's okay. We can take it. Oh, well, thank you, Brian. I made it. It's my first like intricate wrap to do back from, I've been recovering from my hand injury, and so I'm trying to like ease my way back into slightly more ornate wire wrap pieces. So the question was, at what length did the necklaces end up at? And let's see, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 18 from end to end, and then with 4 inches of extended chain. So that would be 22 inches. And just to give you an idea of how it looks, this is the necklace on its shortest setting. And I'm not exactly like a particularly petite person. Like, I got a pretty thick neck. But that sits just like that. And then if I were to put it on its longest setting, there we go. It sits like that. So if you don't like stuff up close to your neck, or if you want to layer it with other designs, I think that looks really cool. But, okay. It is 4 o'clock, but I wanted to show y'all what glass we're going to be using for next month's Craft-A-Long kits. So, field trip time. Boop. Coming through. Let's see, there's my Randy. Whoops, Pro wanted me to tell you he sent something to your Instagram messenger. Okay, can I check it after the stream? So next month we have these glasses here are going to be what we make the cabochons out of. Oh my god, the purples and stuff in that one. Oh, did I only get one of it? Boo, hiss, harumph I say. Or did I get 2? No, I got 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's just stuck on there. Okay, I'm not going to fiddle about with the glass one-handed too much. But yeah, you can see it's a really cool, and we're going to be doing sheet melts with these. So it is after party time, you guys. So, oh, okay, it's the SEO info. Thank you so much, Pro. But I'm going to let you guys go. We will see you in the after party. So if you're in our Happy Crafter Club, or if you're a channel member or anything like that, keep an eye on your YouTube notifications if you're a channel member, and on your email or Patreon notifications if you support through our website or Patreon. We'll share the link, and that way y'all can come and hang out, and there's no telling what we're going to be doing in the after party. So I will see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. So until then, happy crafting. Mwah. Bye. Oh, it just occurred to me the air conditioner is probably super loud.